We back in this bitch.
You're
Welcome
we
to
in
episode
there.
11. I can't believe they let this shit go on this long, but we back yet again. It's your boy Beezy. This is my boy Big Q. Reminding y'all that Kevin Owens was fucking right.
He's been right all along, bro, for 3 years. We ain't forget about you, Kev. I know I haven't. The man was right about everything.
Facts. Well, we got a lot of shit to talk about. The holidays are approaching.
Oh,
The end of the year is approaching. And a little bit of shit is shaking up right now. We got some controversy to go over. We got some big events coming up. We got some big events that just passed. And of course, this is our first episode that we are doing where John Cena is no longer a professional wrestler. So we're gonna reflect a bit on some of our favorite John Cena moments. We're also gonna talk about Saturday night's main event last weekend and all that good stuff. Um, we got a few of our weekly segments we got to get through. So, where you want to start? I'm gonna let you finish up today.
we'll just start. I mean, we gotta start with Saturday night's main event. We'll run it backwards. We'll start with Saturday night's main event, and we'll start with the. We'll even start all the way backwards to start with the main event: John Cena versus the Ring General Gunther. Now, we knew going into this match what the result would be, but how it played out was, I mean, for the match itself was a beautiful match. It was a great tribute to John Cena and everything that he's been giving us all this. He gave us like the last 20 plus years in one match.
Yeah.
And Gunther, whether people like it or not, was the perfect opponent for that.
I agree. And then you have a guy in Gunther that they are clearly putting him in position to be one of, if not the top heel in the company. And if you're gonna do that, this is the way to go.
Right. Retired
He
two
showed
of
up,
the. Oh, it's my bad. I mean,
he
catch you.
showed up on Raw tonight. He showed up on Raw like a couple nights after that shit. It was like exactly what I said it was going to be. Praise be the Undertaker, and he showed up on Raw that next night. It
Right.
was that level.
And he had that heat for so long too. It took a whole new gimmick change for him to finally get that shit off of him.
You ain't lying. Well, the thing is with Gunther, this is exactly what they want. This is exactly what he wanted. He
Right.
revels in this shit.
Yeah. Like, this is it. And this is now the perfect time to move him to SmackDown because he's not needed as a heel on Raw because they're already fighting at the top. As far as like, there's Braun Breaker, there's Seth Rollins when he comes back. There's still guys in that upper echelon as far as world title contenders to where Gunther doesn't necessarily have to be in that picture.
Correct. And there's a lot of guys on SmackDown that we see in a match with Gunther. Like I
Yes,
want to see him. I want to see him put that shit back with Carmelo Hayes. We
I
need to
was
see him
just thinking
second
that.
off. We need to see them fight again. There's a lot going on SmackDown.
Because I don't think
And
they hit. I don't think him and Dragunov have fought on the main roster yet.
they haven't. So that'd be perfect. Because remember, Dragunov, he got hurt not too long after they originally brought him up. I mean,
Right. Could you imagine those two at Mania? I just hope it would be along the lines of that match they had during the pandemic in NXT UK.
yeah, man, that was going. I love keep this NXT UK. It was going crazy.
Yeah, they really were. The titles looked beautiful. The presentation was great. The fans over there are rabid. They love pro wrestling over in England.
Fact. Let's talk about the rest of the Saturday Night's main event card. We're gonna get back to John Cena in a little bit.
Yo,
I just want to reiterate for those of y'all who watch every week. I told y'all motherfuckers John Cena was tapping out.
you said
Um,
it. That right, you
looking back
did tell him.
looking back at the rest of the card, we got to see Javon Evans and Leon Slater against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. That match was everything I thought it was gonna be.
Apparently, that match was for the World Tag Team Championships. I didn't even realize that.
It
I ain't here.
was,
I must have missed him when Elisa announced that. But
yeah,
these two kids are. I can't say enough good things about them. Like I've not necessarily like new to Leon Slater because like I remember seeing Leon Slater try to have his tryout match for TNA to get signed, and like they just did like some random YouTube video of TNA just showing the episode because they were touring over there in England, and he had his tryout match, and then I think one of the executives, one of the writers came out and offered him a contract on the spot. So like I've seen him from like his literally his debut in TNA and how he climbed, and he was because he was getting his ass kicked for like the first like 4 or 5 months, and then he worked his way up the ranks in the X Division, got that rub from the Hardys, and now he's the youngest X Division champion in TNA's history.
doing this thing right now.
He
And
and
we're gonna talk about him some more later on too, because he got some big shit coming up for him on New Year's also.
that's right.
So, but yeah, shout out to the young boys. We knew they weren't gonna win against AJ and Dragon Lee, but we knew that we were gonna see some highlight real shit, and that's exactly what we got.
Right. That wasn't the point of them. Like, of course, they're not going to become the world tag team champions. I mean, Leon Slater. I'm pretty sure he'd find a way to work Monday Night Raw, but that's not his job. He doesn't work there for real.
Facts. So we saw glimpses of the future all night. Um, we saw Soul Ruka take on Bailey.
We saw Sol Ruka defeat Bailey.
Yeah, yeah, with the nasty Soul Snatcher, bro.
Yeah, that match was fantastic. Shout out to Bailey. She does not get the credit that she so rightfully deserves. I mean, my God.
For real.
Bailey is a
That's somebody.
queen.
That's somebody who does everything that the company asks of her, bro, and knocks it
A
out the park.
true a true locker room leader in every sense of the phrase.
Yeah,
She was wonderful. She loves working those. She likes working NXT anyway, and that match. I mean, she's so Ruka. They flirting with that, calling her like wanting to call her up or not either because they're not gonna put her in the NXT Women's Title picture. I don't know why, but if you're not, and especially since she's not even in the North American Championship picture, call her up.
yeah. I feel like that's another one that's coming. You can definitely tell they're about to call some people up.
Mm.
I feel
I don't
like
think
her and Saria, they've been kind of teasing that for a minute. So
right. A lot of people been talking about it, but I don't think Javon Evans should come up just yet. I mean, because
nah,
if they call up Javon, I mean, they're probably going to end up calling up Trick as well. He's one that definitely needs to go.
yeah,
But Javon still has a lot to work on. I want to see Javon with a title.
exactly. Yeah, I don't think we're
Yeah,
gonna see him get called up for a good minute.
right. Because he still can be a top face on NXT, and they still need one, especially somebody that'll be able to challenge Oba. And with Ricky Saints turning the other week, yeah, they definitely need all the. He's probably the top face on NXT right now.
Yeah, I feel like at this point they're just gonna be making space for him to be exactly that. Um, he'll be in NXT probably for the next year or two, I would think,
Yeah.
before they even think about calling him up.
I
And
mean,
some
but
make him a top star over there.
I mean, he's definitely too good to keep him off from the occasional main roster match or whatever like they've been doing. I mean, he had the match with Gunther. He beat the Miz, and Yeah, just keep sticking him in little spots and just find a match for him just to get him more of that main roster exposure. And he'll be ready. I mean, he's already taken to it, so he'll be ready in no time.
for sure. I look forward to seeing him in the Rumble, hopefully too.
Yeah, you could definitely. I could definitely see a highlight with like him and maybe Kofi or something to see how bouncy he is trying to get back into the ring at the Rumble.
Precisely. Now let's talk about the match that actually started out Saturday night's main event. I know you were just thrilled with the way this one ended. Obafemi and
Yes.
Cody Rhodes.
Okay, let's talk about the term these kids are using these days, aura farming. When Opa's entrance hit, the way that the Saturday night main event, the the Tron and everything, the stage was built. My God,
Yeah, that shit
like
was
the
crazy.
and then the I was worried about like the crowd not doing the who when his music hit. They did it on SmackDown, but I was worried
No,
about they were not going to do it on Saturday main event. And yeah, like he's another one. Like once he drops the title again, he should definitely come up because he is ready. I mean, like, bro? Like, you could just feel like he's big time, bro.
yeah,
And
I
and
like
he
that the
gave
crowd understood the assignment. Like
yes.
they knew what the fuck was going on. And I appreciated it.
And then once that match started, Obafemi gave Cody work. Cody Rhodes the fucking business.
Yeah, he did.
You should try this man like that, but then whole ass Drew McIntyre had to come and rub his fucking Scottish nose into this bullshit. He could have. Oh, this match was so goddamn good.
It really
Now,
was.
would it have hurt Cody Rhodes to lose to Obafemi? No, because one, he's losing to another champion. I mean, it kind of takes you back to when you remember it was like I think it was like 2014 when Kevin Owens was the NXT champion and he wrestled John Cena. Even though John Cena was only the United States champion at the time, he's still John Cena. So it
Yeah,
didn't really matter who the WWE champion was at that point. I want to say it was. I don't think it was Roman. It was either Roman or Brock, but it
it
wouldn't
was
have
Brock.
mattered. But yeah, I mean, it didn't hurt John Cena that he lost to Kevin Owens. If anything, it just helped Kevin Owens. And
No,
then the promo he cut after he beat John was kind of like the icing on the cake. And that's kind of what I was envisioning for Oba during after for this match in particular.
yeah, I think that during that point, that you were just referring to, that was when like Brock Lesnar was. I can't remember if that was before or after the heist of the century happened.
No, I know who was the champ. It was Seth
Yeah,
because that was leading up into Seth versus John when the title versus title thing, and then like Steen kept fucking with Seth,
yeah,
and yeah, it was around that time.
yeah. So Seth was the champion. So I mean, at that point in time, that was a lot of people's introduction to who Seth Rollins was going to become. If you hadn't been watching him in the Shield as a single star, if you didn't know what he did in NXT, if you didn't know him as Tyler Black, this was a lot of people intro to that. So I mean, at the time when John Cena defending the U.S. title every week, he made that
Right,
shit almost more prestigious than the WWE title at the time.
right. Get your top guy, even though he's not wearing the top belt, but you're still your top guy in a
Yeah,
match on TV every week. And to rewind back, you were right. It was Brock Lesnar because I had to think about it. That elimination chamber was in like February, and that was right before Mania, and that was leading into Heist of the Century. So
yeah.
Seth wasn't champion yet.
So that just
So
makes it even more so because we all know Brock ass is there like once every 2 months.
right.
So
And it's not gonna last long either.
right. So yeah, man, Oba definitely could have won that match, but Again, there were some spoilers. We're not gonna get into that, but
It's not that type of podcast.
obviously things are not done between Cody and Drew, so we'll see where this goes.
Yeah. Hopefully they quit edging us with this and either pull the trigger on Drew McIntyre and make him WWE champion, or take him completely out of the WWE title picture.
Thanks. So since we just talked about Saturday night's main event and some of the controversial or questionable decisions that were made from a booking standpoint, this seems like a good segue to go into our first weekly segment because now we got to get on the person that made some of those decisions. On behalf of the entire IWC, this week's 3 minutes of playtime, we got the King of Kings,
The King of
the nose
Kings,
of all noses.
Triple H. It's like he cut all his hair and lost all sense of creativity. That shit just went down to his beard. This shit is not helping.
That nigga got the most intense forehead wrinkles I've ever seen in my life.
His head looked like a Sharpay. What was got more wrinkles than a Sharpay puppy? And that what Scott Steiner used to say. He can walk in any room and smell everybody in that bitch at one time.
Man, you can't have no promo battle with this motherfucker. He can already smell your next sentence before you even start.
And then why the fuck is he wearing the same goddamn suit every time he pop out on TV? Bro, I know
How
you
many
got
of
money.
them?
I know you got money. Come
How
out with
many
that
of them?
same, yeah, with the one button, a little unbuttoned at the top and no tie. This picture was 13 seconds away from him before he took that shit off.
Hell yeah.
Bald head ass gonna fuck up Saturday night's main event with that whack ass finish. You know goddamn well. I like how he did something in a rare WWE move. We didn't even talk about this during the Cena match, but I'm gonna bring it up on his ass now. Did you notice that they played the tribute video that they show when wrestlers die? Did you
Yeah.
see that? Bro, he got to, at least John Cena got to see the video that they're gonna play once he finally kicks the bucket.
That's
They've
exactly
never
what I
done that.
said after
They've
that shit. I
never.
was like,
It had the
yo.
same sad ass music. Like the man's
Mm-hmm.
retiring. He's not dead.
That shit was crazy. Then he gonna point to the screen so he can watch that shit in real time.
Oh my god. They even had Vince say some shit. You know,
Yeah. When they got Vince, I was like,
we
oh.
got. I wait till we get done roasting your pineapple nose having ass. We got some. I got some more shit to say about him. I'll get to that. But in the meantime, he out here looking like fucking business edition Kratos.
Nigga look like an aardvark with a job interview. Fuck out of here.
Right in the schnoz. Like he can smell bad booking before he writes it down. No, I need to talk about this motherfucker right here. Hold on. Because first of all, why even show this man that video? Like that's I hope I'm not the only one who got that goddamn vibe. Like this is the video that this is the in memory of V. That's all what was missing at the end of it. It was good saying in memory of John Cena.
Facts. It's already ready. They got it set up.
Yeah, you
That shit
cold
was.
hearted bastards.
Now it made me wonder, do they just have videos like that ready for everybody, just in case?
You'll fucking kill off John Cena and make a lovely tribute afterwards.
Right. Have you get choked out for 5 minutes straight?
Right. He had him in that rear naked choke for so goddamn long, and then he
He did.
smiled. He had to smile, and then he tapped out.
He's like,
I
I'm
think
so done. I don't do this shit no more.
the last person to make John Cena tap out was it Benoit? It's either Benoit or Jericho, the last person to make him tap out. Because I don't think it was Angle.
Yeah, I want to say it was Jericho. That was a long time ago. I want to say that was like 2007.
I want to say it was even earlier than that. Probably like when he
Probably
first
right.
got the Raw. Was it like '05?
Yeah, I think you're right. Because I want to say it was only like three people that made him submit, and that was all before like 2006 ish.
Right.
Like when he was still a heel.
Give us 3,005 knuckle shuffles. And each one was louder than the last one because I was doing it here at the house.
Yeah, thanks. All right, let's shift
It's
gears a little bit. We got to
yeah.
talk about some things that happened elsewhere in the wrestling world. Mercedes Monet lost two of her belts.
She,
Did you see this?
she's on a losing streak.
Yeah,
Alex Windsor is the
the other
new
night on
Rev
Collision.
Pro undisputed women's champion.
Yeah, that was actually a
So
pretty good episode of Collision too. I don't
it was
think
a
it's
weird
about
roll up, but it wasn't a botch, unlike the one on the NXT. But we'll get to that in a second as well.
true.
But yeah, shout out to Alex Windsor. She's been toughing it out, and I've seen her grind and work all over the place in TNA and in AEW Ring of Honor. Now she's the Rev Pro Women's Champion. So congratulations to her.
Yeah,
Maxwell Jacob Freeman is back.
yeah, man. And
No,
he
no more
cut.
bullshit. No more trying to run with teammates. Now that he's back in his suit, he's got his Burberry scarf, and he's got his contract, and he's back on his bullshit.
Hey, man, that the promo that he cut on Swerve,
While
he
hitting the worst
was
gritty I've ever seen in my life.
he hit the gritty and he compared this man to Diddy at the same time. I don't know if everybody caught that shit, but it
Yeah.
was like there was like a moment in there where he was talking about. It was like, you remind me of another. What do you say?
He's another mogul.
Yeah, another person who calls himself a mogul, covers himself in baby oil, and is a dog shit rapper. I was like, yo,
No, he is not talking.
you compare this man to Diddy. Also with AEW, they do have World's End coming up.
The main event, a fatal four-way for the AEW World Championship. Samoa Joe will defend against Hangman Adam Page, Swerve Strickland, and with now his contract being signed and official, because there was some controversy about that a couple months ago, MJF.
That shit about to be lit.
It's gonna be insane. If it's anything, I'll give AEW credit. Like, so a lot of their multi-man matches are like all over the goddamn place. But whenever they do a fatal four-way match, it's just something about it that they just hit it right every time. Because I remember a fatal four-way match he did. It was MJF, Sammy Guevara, Orange Cassidy, and Darby Allin. I forget at what pay-per-view it was. It was like the Four Pillars match, and it was no, it wasn't. It wasn't Darby Allin. Was it? Because I know freaking Jack Perry would have to be in it. It wasn't Orange Cassidy with Jack Perry. But yeah, that four way was absolutely insane, and it just blended well. Everybody's styles meshed together. They had an idea and what they wanted to do, and they pulled it off without a hitch. So I'm expecting fireworks with Hangman and Joe and MJF and Swerve. It's gonna be lit, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah, that shit about to be fun. I'm gonna tell you one thing. With the exception of maybe WrestleMania, like a SummerSlam, something like that, AEW been whooping WWE ass as far as PLEs go.
Especially like this last half of the year.
Yeah, like ever since that's what I'm saying. Ever since we came out of like SummerSlam, it's been all AEW on that front. Like
Yeah,
WrestlePalooza was
hell
um,
no. Survivor
pretty much
Series.
everything else. Survivor Series was decent. That was probably the best one since SummerSlam. But even still, AEW been whooping their ass. So I'm really looking forward
Right.
to World's End. Also at World's End, having the semifinals and the championship final for the Continental Classic. The last time I checked, I feel like there's like a 5-way tie or some shit right now.
That sounds about right.
So you
Um,
got Speedball Billy, Okada, Kyle Fletcher, Kevin Knight, and Pac all with 6 points.
Kevin Knight just probably picked up the biggest win of his life when he beat Okada on this past week's episode.
Yeah. So the only person we can say right now that is not going to the semifinals for sure is going to be Jack Perry.
That's it sounds like he's got shit doing going on with the elite anyway.
Exactly.
So
Facts.
or
So
with the Don Callis family, but the Don Callis family's got they're in everything.
yeah, for real, they got like 3 or 4 different branching storylines going on like throughout everything. We also have the AEW Women's World Championship. We got my girl Stat defending against Jamie Hader. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to watch. I can't wait to see what our new AEW's women's tag team champions get into as far as like their next defense is going to be. I don't know if they're going to have a match at World's End yet, but
Well,
if
I
they,
was just about to get into that. Yeah, so we actually have the Babes of Wrath against Mercedes Monet and Athena. That's happening. That's happening.
they back teaming together again.
They
I
are.
thought she, I thought she was going to go after her title too, but I guess not.
I have a theory. We're gonna slowly have Mercedes lose all these belts. Eventually, she gonna go back after the world title, and then I think that's when it happens.
Once she loses everything,
Yeah, they're just gonna slowly take these bitches off of her.
yeah, because she was at. I mean, if anything, it's making her carry-ons a lot lighter, so I don't think
Yeah,
she minds it. Because I would imagine like she's got a carry on just for the belts.
I hope so.
And you
Other
know that shit
motherfucker just
heavy as
carry.
hell. I mean, one. I mean, especially when it comes to women's titles versus men's titles, the women's ones are typically lighter in weight. But if you carrying around 10 of them bitches, that shit adds up.
True, very true. Um, that being said, I don't expect Mercedes and Athena to win that shit at all.
No,
Um, but it's gonna be a hell of a match.
they just got them. I don't think they will lose them that fast.
Right, definitely not. But yeah, World's End is gonna be that's gonna be a banger. Um, have you been watching any TNA over the last week?
I've caught bits and pieces of it. I do know that this week there was a TNA versus NXT steel cage match. It was a very tiny war games looking thing that they had going on,
Yes.
but it worked. It was supposed to. Matt Hardy was supposed to be one of the participants, but he got taken out in the back by Lexus King and a couple of other guys. So Santino stepped in, and they ended up. Team TNA wins the match. After the match is over with, the cage is locked by Ariana Grace, who, if you don't know, that is Santino Morella's daughter.
Right.
Santino locked in the cage with Ariana Grace and Channing Stacks Lorenzo, which, if you also don't know, is Ariana Grace's fiance. So that's gonna be Santino Morella's son-in-law, and Channing Stacks Lorenzo is also the TNA International Champion. Won that title under some very sketchy circumstances. Santino doesn't like it. He already doesn't like him because he's banging his daughter, and um, so he was really going to show him unless he was going to cobra the shit out of him. But Ariana stops her dad, and she's trying to argue with him and trying to reason with him, and then she low blows him.
She hit him with
She
the
low
John
blows it.
Cena.
Yeah, it's very much how like when Dom turned on his dad in Edge.
Yes, absolutely.
It had that vibe, and great match though. But the ending for that is poor Santino and his nutsack getting kicked, getting kicked by his own child. She chose her man over her dad, and I believe like at the end of it, she was like, "This is my daddy now," or some bullshit like that. And I was just,
Yeah, that shit was
it's
wild.
wild, and like it's very interesting seeing like the um the nepo kids like interact with their parents. I love all the stuff between Dom and Ray. Speaking of Dom and Ray, there was a AAA event this weekend. Ray pinned Dom, so who knows where that's gonna lead to.
Title match.
That's gonna be fun. Back to Ariana and Santino, like it's fun to see how like they get to interact with their parents as like their wrestling personas and stuff. Like even with Ava and The Rock, that time The Rock popped up on NXT,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah,
it's
that's always
interesting.
fun.
It adds a new depth to a lot of different storylines because storylines can get stale, but when you add family into it, it does make things a lot more personal.
Mm-hmm.
And us as wrestling fans, as evolving wrestling fans, we love to see that, especially with social media. We always like to be in everybody's business any fucking way. So yeah, that depth of adding that like personal touch is kind of like the icing on the cake on that one. So
For
it's gonna be
sure.
fun to see where that goes too. And with Stacks as the international championship, it's gonna be very interesting to see.
Another layer to the whole fallout from that match too. I don't know if you peeped the Righteous, since they showed up in TNA,
There,
but they just like straight drugged the Harkins off some fucking where during like all the chaos of that shit going on. So we don't know where that's going. Um,
it's just funny. The righteous just kidnapped the Hardy Boys.
Pretty much, yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Vinny
Now
and
we don't know
Dutch
what the
are
fuck going on. So that's something to keep an eye on too.
first look at Vinny, and you would think like you'd ask yourself, when did Rob Zombie start wrestling? And but I like Vinny. Like I watched him when he was back in pre-COVID Ring of Honor, and yeah, he was great. He was part of the Kingdom with it was like him and Matt Taven. They were cool, and now he's still got that whole weird hippie thing going on. It's Wyatt S, but it's not. It's just like your own kind of little thing. It's very cultish, just more cultish. I think.
Definitely. A shout out to them too. Also, Barrett Bronson became the number one contender for the TNA World Championship. So on New Year's Day, Frankie Kazarian is going to be defending the title against him. It's going to be another
Yeah,
dub for Frankie, but
I mean, according to TNA, that's only like Bear Bronson's like second match in the company. So for
yeah,
him to win the battle royal, I mean, when I saw who like the final three was, it was like Bear Bronson, Eric Young, and like Hometown Man or some shit like that. I was thinking, oh, this is Eric Young. He finna win this shit. Nope.
No,
I
that
really
would have
felt
been
like,
cool too, though.
I mean, Moose was the favorite going into it. That's who I was thinking was gonna win the shit.
That's the thing I learned with battle royals, though. It's never the favorite that was.
Right.
So yeah, that's happening on New Year's, and also they keep showing all these video packages for Mike Santana and shit. Um, they've been interviewing him about him losing the title and shit. So I feel like eventually we're just gonna keep getting all these little title defenses, and eventually maybe he'll make another play for the title. I don't know.
Right, because like ever since he lost it, it's like TNA has purposely kept him away from that championship.
Yeah, like they've just been showing videos and shit, like trying to build up this redemption story. I'm not really sure where they're going with it, but I'm following. So we'll see what happens.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, been a hell of a show so far. Right now, we're gonna do a little pivot before we get into what's coming up next with NXT. What's happening on Monday Night Raw? We gotta talk about the Masked Man being revealed and some of our theories around that. Pun totally intended. But right now, it's time for another weekly segment, our newest weekly segment, and it is called Run the Gauntlet. Now, last week, last episode, I should say, Big Q had to run the gauntlet. I did not make it easy for him at all.
No, nigga, you stumped me. I thought I was gonna
so,
get your ass, but you got me.
so I fully expect him to come out with some fire this week and try to stump me as well.
So we all love John Cena and everything that he's been able to give us over the last 20 plus years. So of course, in light of his retirement, his death, if you look only at that fucking video, if you caught that at the end, this question is about John Cena, more specifically, John Cena at WrestleMania. His record at WrestleMania, surprising, I thought it would be a higher winning percentage than this, is 11-6. It's 11-6. I thought it would have been a lot better than that.
You should look at Triple H percentage.
His is probably worse. I think
Terrible. He definitely got a losing record. I'll tell you that much.
out of all 17 of John Cena's matches at Mania, he's only faced 4 people more than once on the grandest stage of them all. And I need you, sir, to name me all 4 of those gentlemen.
So, full disclosure for the people watching. So we low key discussed this before we started, and even then, I could only think of 2 off the top of my head, and I think I might have a third. Hopefully, as this goes, the fourth one will come to me. But the first one that comes to mind, because it was only supposed to happen once in a fucking lifetime. The Rock, obviously.
Yep,
Uh,
that's one.
I definitely remember that one. The other one that comes to mind is Triple H
Yes.
because I remember he faced him 1-on-1, and then I think there was it a triple threat?
Yeah, I think it was him. At, I know it was him. Triple H. Was it Randy? I think it might have been
Okay,
Randy Orton.
I can't remember if it was Randy.
Because I don't think it would have been Edge because Edge was more in the World Heavyweight Championship picture.
Batista, Kurt Angle, somebody like that. It was somebody
I
big.
think it might have been Randy Orton. But yeah, um, Triple H is another correct answer. There are 2 more.
Yeah, so this is where it gets kind of difficult for me because those were the 2 that I knew off top. Um, and I have another one. I think he faced twice. Um, because I know he lost to this person. No, yeah, the Miz is the third one.
That is true. That is correct because he lost to the Miz the first time in that championship match where The Rock was hosting, and then they won a tag team match, him and Nikki Bella against Miz and Maurice. You actually just gave
Yeah.
me an extra person, but there's still two more.
Damn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm really finna be hurt. No.
Hey, you got three strikes, so you might just throw a name out there at this point.
Uh, let me see. I'm trying to think of all the times that John Cena faced. He faced Randy Orton so many times. How many of those were at WrestleMania? Is Randy Orton one of them?
Randy Orton is not one of them. All
Damn.
of their matches mainly happened like during like the fall. Like I could remember like all this shit, like the Hell in the Cells and like
Yeah,
the match at Breaking Point. But like all this shit would be at like SummerSlam and all that shit.
that's
But
what I
nope,
figured.
he's only wrestled Orton once.
Huh. So I got three, and there's still two left. Shit.
Hmm.
I'm about to get in my bag for this one.
Yeah, you definitely will. There are two guys you definitely know, but yeah, you don't have to get into the bag on this one.
Uh, I'm trying to think. It's hard for me to pick through like the later WrestleManias. Like once we get into like the 30s of WrestleManias and shit, because we
Right,
wasn't in action at all of them.
that's true.
uh, oh, I got one. Bray Wyatt, technically.
Yes,
One of
yes,
them wasn't actually like
the
live.
firehouse,
Yeah,
yeah, and then the Firefly House. There's
yeah,
one more.
yeah. This is where it gets. This is where it gets kind of crazy for me. So I said Triple H, Rock, Miz, Bray. He faced he faced Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, didn't he?
Is yes, he did.
That
Is
only
that one of
happened.
you guys?
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it.
Yeah, he faced him in Mania, but yeah, they only had the one match at Mania. The other big match at the pay per view was that Triple Threat at Survivor Series when they brought back DX for like the 8,000th time.
Uh,
And he and Shawn Michaels super kick. He super kicked Triple H so hard at the beginning of the match.
Man, we can do a top five dead or alive just off Shawn Michaels' unexpected super kicks. Like that time he kicked Hogan shit clean off his shoulders.
Yeah. Oh, when he kicked Stan,
Yeah,
fucking Stan.
fucking papers and shit. What's
And now he's his boss.
right? How that works? Oh shit! I'm trying to get this last one. I got two strikes.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm trying to think. John Cena shit tricky because he had some matches that was like that people forget about, and I don't even know if it shit happened more than once. Uh, I'm trying to think who all did he face that I haven't named yet. He only faced JBL once. I know he faced.
I don't know if this will be a helpful hint, but the guy that's left, he's beaten both times at WrestleMania. So maybe that'll point you in some sort of direction.
Hell no. Uh, He never faced Brock at WrestleMania, did he?
No, he did
But he
not.
definitely would beat him twice anyway, so that wasn't a hint. I'm gonna say this shit is probably wrong, but I'm gonna say Edge.
He faced Edge at WrestleMania. I think it was 25 for the World Heavyweight title. In that match, he won because he retained the championship. He pinned Edge, but it's not Edge. It's the other person that was in that match, the Big Show,
Mmm.
because he faced the Big Show at his
For the
first
U.S. title.
WrestleMania
For the
for
U.S.
the
title.
United States Championship.
Damn it, man. I was thinking about that too, but I couldn't remember the second match until
Yep.
you said that triple threat.
Yeah, but you said the match. I was like, oh shit, he's so close. He was right there. It's the exact same match you were talking about because he had both up. He had both Edge and Big Show on his shoulders.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I should have got that. That was a good one though. You got my. I'll give it to you.
You had to get your ass back. Get me stumped, me and shit. I'm like Big Show. He's in damn near everybody's shit. He done fought everybody.
Facts. He was around for a
Shout
long
out to
ass
Big
time.
Show.
Yeah, man. That was a good one.
That
So
was
y'all
fun.
tune in for the next episode, and we're gonna have Q run that gauntlet once again. I'm gonna get something ready for your ass for sure.
I will be ready. I gotta study up and watch some more film.
For real. All right, so let's dive back into some of the stuff that's been going on, man. We talked about Survivor Series already. We talked about main event and everything that's been going on, man. Austin Theory was revealed as the Masked Man, and
He was looking
I,
pale as fuck.
he was shaved his head and shit.
Yeah, he looked weird as fuck.
He looked like you remember that game Fight Night Champion.
Yes,
You
you look
remember
like Isaac
the Isaac
Frost.
Frost? Yes. Yeah,
Bro,
that's exactly what
bro,
he looked like.
I got Fight Night Champion on my Xbox right now. I play that shit
Yeah,
off and on. I never even put that together. He looks exactly like Isaac
Isaac Frost.
Frost. That's wild. You are
So
outrageous.
the IWC they had some wild reactions to that. A lot of people were disappointed because it was predictable. I guess a lot of people knew it was there already, but I don't feel like this is the end of this story per se. I feel like it's a little more to this shit.
Oh, you like another Masked Man?
I mean, you got to think Austin Theory. If you was watching during the pandemic era, you know that Austin Theory and Seth were, you know, what I'm saying together
Yeah.
when Seth first came up with the Monday Night Messiah shit. That was one of his disciples. So it's like, why would Austin Theory come and help Paul Heyman and the Vision who just turned on Seth?
Right.
You get it? And then like we had the two masked men. I think it was two different masked men that have showed up. So I think that we're gonna see another masked man pop up. Paul Heyman don't know what the fuck is going on right now. Let's
Just
just keep it at that.
right.
He didn't plan this
Everybody in the
shit.
dark on this. Maybe this could be some of
Exactly.
Seth's doing.
Yep. Absolutely. I think there's gonna be another masked person that shows up. They probably might even help Braun win the title or some shit like that.
Right.
And then when everybody thinks that this shit is for division, we're gonna get that one last masked person, and it's gonna be Seth Rollins.
He's gonna do like this. It's gonna be like the Spider-Man pose. Everybody's gonna be pointing at each other.
Exactly. So I think he's gonna get that title on to Braun Breaker to create some kind of tension within the division, and then they just come back, and now you got a war. Seth got the title on the person that took him out, so he can take it off of him.
Right. and still while shitting on CM Punk.
Yeah, that's a constant. That ain't never gonna change.
You know, I was rewatching Seth's cash in like the other day, and my fiance didn't understand why I just started laughing after Punk won the title because I was telling her about Seth Rollins, and it's like I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth fast enough, and then Seth's music hits, and I am just giddy, just fucking happy as fuck, just laughing. He's limping out there with the crutches on. At this point, we already know it to work, but it's just like, God damn it, it gets so good. Like even injured, fake injury or not, he's still just enough to keep that in the back of his mind, and then to fuck him up and take off the knee brace and all that shit, and then cash in is exactly how you shit on your worst enemy.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite moments, if not my favorite moment from the whole year, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna lie.
For me, it's either that one or when Dom won the title at Mania.
Yeah, that was a big one too. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for episode 12, our last episode of the year. We're gonna give out some BWO awards on this motherfucker.
We calling them the Brodies. Well, I'm calling them that. I don't know what he calling them. I never even ran that by him. I just threw that out there, like literally right now.
This is why we do this. This is why we do this.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
All right. Couple more things we can talk about. NXT wise.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Go ahead.
Thea Hill and the North American Women's Championship match against Blake Monroe, bro. What the fuck just happened?
What happened was Thea Hale accidentally became the youngest North American champion in history, and that's a record that she's probably gonna hold forever because I think she's the youngest person in NXT.
Hmm.
So yeah, that happened completely by accident. Shout out to her, but that definitely was not how that was supposed to happen.
At all.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be interesting to see how they book themselves out of this. I guess I don't really know
right.
how they're gonna make sense of it. But
Are they gonna Tatum Paxley her too, or are they gonna see what they can turn into this? Because if they don't take the title off her immediately, I feel like they just really they don't like Tatum Paxley because she at least won the match straight up. She was supposed to win the match. She accidentally won, wasn't even supposed to, and now you want to they possibly could take that and just run with it somehow.
yeah, that's the part that I want to see. Are they gonna try to correct this shit, or are they just gonna take it and run with it?
Because if they just take it and run with it, it's gonna be that's a foul. I'd be slighted as hell if I were Tatum Paxley.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
Right.
Another thing we need to talk about: Leon Slater won a fatal four-way number one contenders match on NXT. He was in there with Dion Lennox, Miles Bourne, Joe Hendry, who was the favorite to win. But Leon Slater came out with the win, and now he's going to face Obafemi for the NXT Championship.
Um, I don't think that they'll make it a title versus title because I'm pretty sure TNA has plenty of things that they want to do with Leon as the X Division champion. But either way, that match is gonna be fun to watch. The youngest in charge against the ruler, who just had a dominant performance of his own, right, against the WWE champion. I love champion versus champion matches anyway. I see you both got gold, but who's the better one of the two?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens with that. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be title versus title. And of course, he's probably not going to be Obafemi, but we are going to get an incredible match out of it. That's all we
I
can
feel
ask.
like they might come to some screwy ass finish because Ricky Saints just turned heel. I feel like he's gonna try to insert himself into that, and it'll end up at some point being a fatal four way. I think Oba, Leon, Ricky, and Javon.
Yeah, definitely. If somebody get involved in that, you know that for a fact the young OG about to come out there. So,
Right.
coming up on this week's NXT, we got some interesting matches happening there. The women's division, at least. So we got Izzy Dame against Lola Vice.
That's gonna be
Never gonna
good.
complain about that one.
Nope.
And then Chelsea Green is going to defend the Women's United States Championship on NXT against Sol Ruka.
That could be fun
Yeah,
and very interesting if Soul Furuka was to win the women's ultimate, because I don't think an NXT superstar has won a major championship while on NXT.
mm-mm. That would be a hell of a way to get called up.
Uh, I take that back. There has been. It's been one. Paige did it
Oh yeah,
because she was the NXT Women's Champion and the Divas Champion at the same that for that like that one
she
night.
beat AJ Lee. I know.
Hmm. They made a movie
Right
about
after
it.
Mania. Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I don't see why Sol Ruka wouldn't win this. I mean, Chelsea Green is with the United States Championship feels right, but I also wouldn't mind Sol Ruka winning the Women's United States Championship. I mean, we love Chelsea Green here on BWO. Let's make that perfectly clear.
facts. Let's not get it twisted at all. We love us some
Right,
Chelsea Green over here.
right.
Right.
She
Before we
is a
get up out of
double
here,
chip. Yes, sir.
we got to get to our final segment. It is top five dead or alive, and since we've been dedicating most of this episode to John Cena, it's only right that we use this final segment to count down our top five John Cena moments of all time. And feel free to let us know yours in the comments or anywhere you see us on social media.
Right. I think I'll kick it off on this one. I mean, out the gate, literally and figuratively. I mean, how about his debut?
Yeah,
Answering Kurt Angle's open challenge. I mean, there were there are widely vets that wouldn't answer an open challenge put out by Kurt Angle, because especially during that time, Kurt Angle was just starting to hit his stride on them perks, and he he was really getting in there. He was out of control. So for John Cena to come out there and give us ruthless aggression and then slap the dog shit out of Kurt Angle, it really, yeah, that's a good way to start your WWE career.
yeah, it was definitely one of them. Um, I gotta go with a historical moment that I didn't think was going to be surpassed until earlier this year. But I gotta go back to John Cena's feud with AJ Styles and him eventually winning championship number 16.
Mm,
Because at the time, at the time, we thought that that was it. Like we never thought that we were gonna actually see him go over that. You know what I mean? We thought we were just gonna see
right.
him get 16. We were like, oh, okay, he tied the record. But at the
Yeah,
time,
that
it
was
meant
what, and what a great match that was actually.
yeah,
We talk about from the record tying one. We gotta speak on the record breaking 17. I mean, I
facts.
didn't really care too much for the match itself. It just felt just like soul draining a little bit, but he fucking did it. Like we saw history. Like, he fucking broke Ric Flair's record.
Yeah,
Now, unless
that was one of the moments that you gonna tell your kids about and shit like that. Like it's the fact that you was alive to see that shit because
Right.
we probably I don't know how long it's gonna be before we see somebody get 18. You know?
Right. I mean, the only person right now that's even remotely close to doing that is Randy Orton.
Hmm.
I mean, the way Randy, especially the way he's built now, he done put on like an extra 35 pounds. He might be able to be around for a little bit to at least get another run or two in.
Yeah, I think he can definitely at least tie that shit. I don't know how many he got in him and what their plans are with the title, but yeah, Randy's definitely the only one anywhere close to that shit.
And that's another thing. That's what I was pissed off about at Triple H about. Why the fuck was Randy Orton not at goddamn Saturday Night's main event?
Yeah, so there was a few people that weren't there too. So they had a lot of people that weekend over in Saudi Arabia doing promo for the Rumble and shit.
Right.
Liv Morgan was over there. There was somebody else like major on TV right now that was over there, and then Randy Orton. But it's just for him to be one of Cena's like biggest rivals in
I
like
mean,
the
not.
mirror
I don't even
film
think one of the
with
biggest. I think he is the biggest.
right. For him to not be there was kind of like, huh.
Right.
All right. To keep the list rolling, for next, I think I'm gonna go with the. It's getting tough now. I'm gonna go with the Iron Man match against HBK on Raw. I don't even remember what year or what episode, but like that was fucking wild.
It had to be like 05, 06. Cause like after that, like he's
Yeah,
just
also
like Sean really started working with Undertaker for the most part.
yeah, '06 sounds about it.
We were talking about John's biggest rivals. Another one that's arguably his biggest is Edge. And when like all a lot of his matches with Edge, but one of the things that he did as far as moments go was when he threw him into the Long Island Sound. He can't.
Yeah,
He
that shit was
shook because I remember like the next week he showed up on Raw like he was covered in like hives and shit because apparently the Long Island Sound is gross. He was pissed. He hated John Cena so much.
that whole rivalry was wild. Like the way that shit started, even like the first Money in the Bank cash in, and then like the fact that this man showed up after John Cena won the fucking elimination chamber and cashed in, and then had sex on live TV the next night. Like what the fuck? That shit was
Hey,
wild as fuck.
he a real one, man. Prime Edge was a problem. He would literally do
Um,
anything to be the world heavyweight champion.
yeah, yeah, that motherfucker was obsessed. Another honorable mention moment. We already named five here. Oh wait, did we? Yeah, we already named five, but we
Yeah,
gotta throw
yeah,
this one
yeah.
on there too. One night stand against Rob Van Dam,
That
which
the
again, shout
mo
out to Edge.
the most hostile of crowds. I don't think
Hmm.
he's ever worked a more hostile crowd than that night.
I don't think so either. I think that was the moment when I realized, like, yeah, this motherfucker John Cena gonna be him for a long time.
Right. And
Once I saw the way,
standing amongst all that, holding the title above his head, getting shit thrown at him. He throwing his T-shirt in the crowd. They throw it shit right back to him. Still aura farming.
like once I saw all that, and the way that he handled that and the emotion that he was able to pull from that crowd, I was like, yeah, he gonna be one of them. I didn't know he was
Yeah.
gonna become the greatest of all time, but he did.
I mean, for everything that he gave us, whether we loved him at times, which we all did, and whether we hated him at times, which we definitely did, especially during around that period because he was winning everything. John Cena gave us everything he had and then some. From his stuff in the ring,
Absolutely.
all the Make a Wish stuff. He is a phenomenal talent in every sense of the word. So from all of us here at BWO, all two of us, thank you, John Cena.
Facts. Thank you, Cena. Well, it's been a hell of a show. I think we covered pretty much everything that we have. So as I do every episode, I'm gonna give the floor to my co-host to say a few words to y'all to send y'all into the holiday season.
I appreciate the segue. And just like my man said, in light of the upcoming holiday season, we got make sure that all these presents are wrapped up for these kids and make sure that we just do it for the smiles on those faces. I want you to enjoy your family, enjoy the holiday, enjoy all the trees, the Christmas tree and the good Lord's tree, which is exactly what I'm gonna do after this show. So, Merry Christmas to all, and to all stay high.
Couldn't have said it better myself. On behalf of my boy Big Q, I am Beezy Badass. This is Bros with Opinions, and we out this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
subscribe, share, stay tuned.